Welcome back to our virtual Wednesday night kids club. I'm glad that you joined us tonight. I look a little different tonight because tonight I thought we would do science experiments with Professor Wacky. So we are about to do a really fun science experiment tonight. But before we get to the experiment, I thought we would take a minute and talk about a verse or two that has something to do with all of this stuff that's on my table. So I've been thinking a lot about springtime and being outside, and everything is new and clean and bright. It's really fun to see all of those new things that are budding and blooming. So we're going to talk about Psalm 51 tonight. This is Psalm 51 verse 10. And the verse says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." Now, I don't know about you. My family's been spending a lot of time together. Has your family been spending a lot of time together too? When you do that, you kind of get on each other's nerves sometimes. And I think with us all spending so much time together in our house, we tend to get a little irritated with each other and we get a little frustrated with each other. And sometimes we just need sort of a clean slate. It's good to just wash everything clean and start over. We need to forgive each other. We need to be patient with each other. And God does that for us too. And that's what this verse says. This is David crying out to God and saying, "God, clean away all of the yucky stuff that's in me and give me a fresh start." There's another verse that talks about this too. This comes from the book of Lamentations. Now, this isn't a book we talk about very often. This is in the Old Testament. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 22 and 23. This says, "The Lord loves us very much, so we haven't been completely destroyed. His loving concern never fails. His great love is new every morning. Lord, how faithful you are." Isn't that a wonderful promise that every morning when you wake up, it's a fresh start? It's a fresh day. You can start all over again. And I think that's a great way for us to think about the science experiment that we're going to do. We think about how God cleans us. Jesus makes us fresh and brand new every day. And all we have to do is ask for his forgiveness. And we need to do that for our family too. We need to start fresh every day and have a clean slate and forget about all the yucky stuff that's happened in the past. Okay, so our experiment today. Now, if you look at my table, I have lots of things here. We're going to start with a white or a light colored plate, and I'm going to go through this nice and slow. So if you want to try to duplicate this at home after we're done, you should be able to do this experiment too. So some kind of a white plate, some water, just fresh water out of your tap, black pepper, and some dish soap. Doesn't matter what color, doesn't matter what brand. Okay, so we're going to start by pouring some water onto our plate. Now, our plate is our life. Anything that we do in our life is in this plate. When we put water in there, it doesn't really change it very much. The water is everything that we come into contact with, all the people that we see, all the things that we do. It looks pretty good right now. Everything is nice and clean. We haven't done anything real bad, but every day we know that we do something wrong. We say a bad word to our parents. We're frustrated and we're irritated with our brothers and sisters. Maybe we have a bad attitude about something. And our lives get all yucky with sin. Look how yucky that is. Ugh. Lots of dirt in there. Each time we do something wrong, our lives get stained by that. There's yucky stuff all through it. Now, if we try to fix that by ourselves, if I put my finger in there and try to fix it, nothing really happens. It doesn't change. I can't fix or clean myself. It's impossible. But that's where Jesus comes in. When we use Jesus' love, and that's what this dish soap is. When I use Jesus' love, and when Jesus comes in and cleans my heart, I want you to look at what happens. This is amazing. Okay, you ready? Jesus comes in and he cleans our lives. Look at that. It flees from him. Do you see how sin just flees from Jesus? It just runs away from him. And sin is nowhere near. Sin is all gone because sin flees from Jesus. It runs as far as it can. So as you can see, Jesus cleans us. Jesus gives us a fresh start. And just like this says, he wants to clean our lives and give us new life in him. We talked about that a little bit on Sunday, and we're going to talk about it again next Sunday when we talk about Palm Sunday. But for today, we just want to focus on this verse. "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." If you have something going on in your family right now that you just need to stop and talk to each other and clean the slate, erase all the sin that's within there, you can take some time after this is over and apologize. Maybe you need to tell your mom or dad or your brother or sister that you're sorry for something that you did today. This is a great time to do that. Clean your slate today. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Now, just like last time, we have a challenge for this week. So we're going to talk about What can we do to talk about new life? It's spring. Spring is all around us, and we want to make sure that we take advantage of that while this season is here. But before we do that, if you have a science experiment that you love to do, I know some of you have been very creative at home and you've done some really neat things. Take a picture of it or record it, maybe put a video, and you can put it on the kids' Facebook page. I'd love to be able to see what you're doing. I really miss seeing your faces. I miss talking to you. I miss hearing all the stories about the fun things that happen in your family. So if you can share something with us, I would love to see that happen. Okay, now your challenge for the week. What I'd like you to do, if it's not too dark and if your parents say that it's okay to do this, I want you to go outside and I want you to take 2 pictures of new life. It can be anything. There's so much new life outside right now. I'm not even going to give you ideas. I want you to think of your own. But I want you to find your best 2 pictures of things that are new and fresh and post them on the kids' Facebook page. Now, your mom and dad are going to have to help with that. And you might even want to try to get them to take a picture with you so that we can see your smiling face. But again, if it's too dark or if you already had your bath and you have your PJs on and your mom and dad say you don't need to go outside tonight, you can wait till tomorrow, or I have a different option for you. Option number 2, you can get out some Play-Doh and you can use your Play-Doh to make your favorite spring flower. And then take a picture and post it on the Facebook page so that we can see which flower you like the best. I love daisies and pansies, I love tulips and daffodils, and you can make all those things using Play-Doh. You probably have lots of different colors at home. So your choice, one or the other. You can either take some pictures or you can create and do it on your own. But I would love to see what you're doing. If you have science experiments you want to share, if you have pictures you want to share, the kids' Facebook page is the perfect place to do that. I miss seeing you. I hope you're having a great week. I hope you enjoyed our experiment tonight, and I will see you again on Sunday. Bye.